Monbasa, Mvita. I always like imagining what happened during the Second World War. We had a history teacher who would teach us graphically. And you will imagine you are in the war. That was when I was in Nakuru in a school called Kimathi Primary, and his name was Mr. Kenyan. He taught me about this great British Prime Minister, the one I was jokingly calling an Indian aristocrat. But today I want to look at him as a man who commanded the war, a man who saved the world from a brink of collapse and total enslavement. I'm going to talk about Operation Overlord and Operation Neptune. And then I'm going to relate it to our situation in this country. Please listen to what Churchill said during the Second World War. I liked that speech. Why did I like that speech? That was a speech of a great Prime Minister, a great leader leading people to warfare to liberate the rest of Europe that had been taken captive. That time, it was the D-Day. I've seen those old soldiers marching to Normandy and always admired their courage. They did a great thing to the world. I always admire that speech of Churchill. We shall fight in the hills. We shall fight in the mountains. We shall fight in the trees. We shall fight in the air. We shall fight in the sea. We shall fight everywhere. Why was he saying that? That time the world was on the brink of collapse. Then they had special operation presses. The landing field were Utah, Omaha, Gold, Juno, and Sword. These were the places where the ship had to land. And these were fortified, well-built, well-dug-in defense operations. But they also had to confuse the enemy and get cover. So they used the aeroplanes. Operation Neptune. Operation Neptune was to give the air cover. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because for a long time, we have talked of changes. all of us as a country in Kenya, we have envisaged great changes. The operation for every Kenyan to make change. It appears that D-Day has begun. Unlike those other times, it is up to the civilians now to put their own landing grounds. It's up to the civilians to think of their air cover. It is up to the civilians to think of hitting that beach. That beach. Taking over by putting what you want and leaving out what you don't want. Whoever watched Operation Overload will realize that when these soldiers landed, there was machine gun fire, fortified areas, and the ships were landing when they were being blown up by explosives. You will see the water, and the water was red. Blood. The sea water was turning red because of the number of people who were being shot but coming out. Some were being cut to pieces by the machine gun fire. But they never lost hope. They moved towards the beach. In the long run, they had the beach. Operation Overload had begun. This is a good time for Kenyans. We have prepared. We have blamed. We have suggested changes. We have demonstrated. We have written in the internet. We have complained. And this is the time for the leaders and the leaders that we expect to take over from those and those who will come back. Because those who are popular will still come back. Those who are unpopular will go out. Those who have not served the people will go out. And those who feel they can fill in these places will come in if you are promising to the people. This is a time when all the seats are up for grabs. All of them, all. So do not even talk about demonstrations anymore, no. Do not talk about these other things, no confusion. This is the time to go for the jugular. Go for that seat you wanted. Go for it. Go for it. Yes. This is the time to discuss the changes you wanted. The things you wanted to change. The corruption you wanted to remove. The people you saw were not good and you wanted to remove. And the legal implications of doing it. Because this time we play fair. No tricks. No tricks. Let's be fair. We don't play any tricks legally. We don't play any tricks using the forces. We don't play any tricks using anything. We go for it as Kenyans. Kenyans getting their changes. This is the beginning of Operation Overload. And how are we beginning Operation Overload? Write down your dreams. Get together those people who have similar dreams. Get those people, mostly I say the musicians because To me, the Genge musicians and some other musicians even have sung songs that have talked against bad governance and have praised good governance. Listen to them. People who have been making exposés in TVs and these other places. Now, don't give us programs, no. Move out, talk freely. Tell them this is what we have done, this is what has happened. If you are seeing mistakes and you happen to be privileged to be in those places that you are saying people are messing up, tell us how much you have corrected. Yes, we shall not leave you free just to say, tell us, we were seeing this, I will tell you this. So far we have made these corrections. Let's look at these politicians as who they are. Look at their capabilities and start executing our operation overload. I know we've been talking of demonstrations. We've been talking of voters registration drive. Voter registration has been going on. It is still going on. And it will go on maybe for about, is it a few days before election? That's when it closes. For those who have been talking of youths registering, for the politicians, it's a high time now. Go by your wards. Mostly the MCAs can, those aspiring to be, and the MCAs can clear this thing very easily. You want votes in your ward? Look for the young people in your ward who have not registered. Prod them to go and register in your ward. When you do that, very easily, you will move all these people who you are saying have not registered. To me, I see sometimes a countrywide recruitment drive excites people, but sometimes it fetches in very few people. Because some people will go to register, others will do that, others will follow that advertisements and whatever, but you never hit that goal. But for the MCAs and for those who are aspiring to be MCAs, go for these people. You don't need the government to call a big operation, no. For an MCA to work in a ward, you are able to get almost everybody who is in that ward. Let the MCAs do this, and the aspiring MCAs do this recruitment drive, prodding the people, the youth who have not gone, those who have not taken IDs to go and take their IDs, so that we have maximum voter registration for the youth. We still have time. We still have time. Those are the votes that many of our politicians are not looking at. They are there. Prod them to go. You want to be an MCA? Prod them to go. And if all MCAs went in their areas prodding their people to go, we don't need a recruitment drive to take people for registration. MCAs and aspiring MCAs, if you take this, you don't need even to bother the Electoral Commission. What will be happening is you will direct people, tell them the importance of, and they will go to their registration center. Game shot. Just that. Those ones can be able to do it. And after doing that, now, depending on who you are, if you have party affiliations, let's start with the MCAs. Say yourselves in your ward. That one I said. But then, if you have parties or whatever, you will be an important linkage to your MP. because each ward in his constituency know their people. They know their number. Those who are going for MPs can link with the wards. You have all the numbers. For that MP, that area, you already have the numbers. So that people can know also those who are... Once you register those people, those ones can link and know these are my people who would like to vote me in from your different party affiliations or independent. Get that. And then we move upwards, those who want to be governors. If you get all those who are aspiring to be MPs in your area, you have the population, you have the people, they can move you now. He will be an MP in that area. Campaign with him through the wards in this area. Then another one through the wards in their area. You have the total number of the people in your county. Game shot. Those other places, if you go to support the others, you will go, not knowing that you are not going to get votes there because they can't vote for you. Maybe to support your friends, but once you do this, once you do that, you have garnered the people who will vote for you. Those are the ones that are important to you. Those who are coming for presidential candidates, they can now move around the counties, dealing with those who aspire to be governors, to be senators, because the MCA aspirants or MCAs present, depending, have done the registration job. They have the population in wards, and from there, you're able to gather how many you will be able to have. You will see how you can be able to talk. And in this operation, on the ground, our Juno beaches, what do they call them? Juno, Omaha, Uta, gold, and soul will be within your grasp. You would have conquered those, waiting now to make the next move inland towards the real campaign and voting, knowing what is on the ground. You will not be able to keep screaming your votes have been stolen, because you can gauge what is there. You are able to communicate with those people. Those are the units you can use. And you can know whether you are convincing people or if you are not convincing people from their reactions. So there are situations when you know this one have hit a hard rock. And there are places when you know here the response is good. Don't go for those crowds that follow your vehicles. Most of those people, some of them are underage. It's children and the youths of that age who are able to get plenty of time to follow you. So when they crowd around you, don't feel happy you have many people. Go for those who have got the votes. And when you move, the numbers may not be that big, but you know these numbers, if you convince them to reach the voting place, the ballot or whatever, you have your numbers. That is why we are talking of Operation Overload. We have started the D-Day. The time is counting. Do your part. That is my take for now.